The party begins to settle down in the Two Birds Inn in the town of Yaris when suddenly cries come out from the local church. The party investigates to find the petrified corpses of a dozen or so people by the church's steps. The local cleric tried casting lesser restoration, but to no avail. The people were allegedly residents of the nearby village of Weirton, which was attacked by a band of orcs riding giant reptiles. The party is bewildered as to how to help when suddenly the town alchemist, Axius, chimes in that he heard an old tale in which stone can be turned back to flesh. He explains that the stomach bile of a basilisk can be used to heal the petrified. The party sets off to hunt down and kill the raiding orcs and their pet basilisks. The adventurers track down the band to a cave nearby Weirton, near a glen of fresh flowing water. The party's wizard leads an attack by casting a fireball at the mouth of the cave, blasting back the resting orcs, leaving only their charred remains. The remaining orcs charge down the party by following the stream down out of the cave. The party's sorcerer uses shocking grasp on the river. The electrical energy moves upstream and shocks the attacking orcs. Now, the only orc that remains is the chieftain. He charges out on his pet basilisk, who immediately glares at the party's wizard, and 2 plus 2 is 4. Not enough. The wizard begins the slow process of petrification. The party's fighter, barbarian, and sorcerer charge at the basilisk and overpower it. They and the orc riders. The party slices open the dead basilisk and begins filling their water bladders with the stomach bile of the basilisk. They apply some to the wizard to free him from petrification, and then return to the town of Yaris as heroes. Today's video is on the basilisk. Today there's going to be two overarching themes, what the monster manual tells you and what the monster manual doesn't tell you. Let's begin with what the monster manual tells you. Basilisks are medium-sized, 8-legged reptiles. They come in a variety of colours ranging from dark grey to dark orange. They also commonly have a dull brown body and a yellowish underbelly. Their habitat: basilisks thrive in arid, temperate or tropical environments. They are often encountered in the caves, which they call home, or in the Underdark. Basically, they can live anywhere except for deserts and the sea. They have a magical gaze. Basilisks have a magical petrifying gaze. They have a powerful jaw capable of consuming the stone. And basilisks have a gullet capable of turning the petrified stone back to flesh to be digested. Some alchemists have been able to process the fluid to ail those who have been petrified. And also they can be domesticated. A basilisk raised in captivity can be domesticated and trained. Trained basilisks know to avoid gazing at their masters. So that's what the monster manual tells you. What about what it doesn't tell you? Well, first up, historical accounts and representations of basilisks in other media. The word basilisk originates from the Greek word basiliskos, meaning little king. According to the Naturalis Historia, the basilisk of Cyrene is a small snake, being not more than 12 fingers in length, that is so venomous that it leaves a wide trail of deadly venom in its wake, and its gaze is lethal. It is said that the weakness of a basilisk is the odor of a weasel. It's speculated that the legend of the basilisk and its association with the weasel is inspired by the accounts of the king cobra and their natural predator, the mongoose. And lastly, behavior. Basilisks are said to have a very slow metabolism, only needing to eat one large meal, about the size of a deer or a humanoid, once a month. This makes their movements slow and clumsy, which means that basilisks have to rely on their powerful magical petrification gaze to hunt, and that they're unprepared for a chase or a long pursuit. That is today's video on the basilisk. I hope you enjoyed. If you've made it this far, give me a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.